This is maybe, I don't know, around an hour, I guess, so far. So let's jump right in. Some things that I thought needed attention here. The cloth is not very well developed. Uh, what else? The tomato is coming along good. You gotta remember that my view. Oh, I gotta turn on the direct light here. Well, how does that go on? There we go. Now the tomato is popping out, and we're hoping that this tomato is going to be popping out. The cloth, looks pretty horrible, honestly, but the objective is that it's going to look like cloth, and that's the important thing. So let's just try to refine the cloth a little bit more. The cloth is, pretty white, light, but uh, my idea here is to exaggerate the colors somewhat, and so I'm going to start just like with this shadow right there. Um, I got kind of a warm gray here. It has like a Primatech color, which is kind of a reddish purple. So here we got there's a highlight right here, highlight within shadow. So I'm trying to depict that, and let's see how this comes. I'm going to try a more of a dark tone right here in this area, because we need this to really pop, as this is in front of everything else in the painting. So if we can get that to pop, that's going to be good. So here I'm just going to go a dark tone. The dark tone is not actually there, but I feel that if we have and I hate to have a line, but here goes a line. And now this is like an extreme popping highlight, so I'm going to try, and the worst thing we can do here is have a line right here, but I got to have this pop right here, so I'm just gonna put a little thing there. I guess I'm gonna like bring this up, because we do not want a line there, that's for darn sure. And then up here we got another dark. I'm gonna try to reinforce this dark, and that sort of goes up to the top. We have to be careful also about this being the same tone as this, because here and here is the same distance away, but this is farther away. So uh, you know having the same tone is going to kind of make it look like this is the same distance as that, which is definitely something we don't want. So having said that, let's put another one, because I really like that color. So I'm just going to go here, reinforce this area. And I didn't really like that bump that was right there. There's actually a highlight right here, which I wish I had, but I don't have it. And then I'm just going to try to make this come down. Okay, that looks terrible, but wait. I'm going to get a different red and just try to have a different red right here. Okay, that looks okay. Looks pretty good, as a matter of fact. Now I'm going to try to reinforce this red right here. And once we paint the leaves in. Oh, hey Henry, thanks for the hello. Hello Sarah, thanks for the hello. I would don't know, but you don't have it linked. Great aren't. I don't know how to link something, but if you look on my page, you will see like the first 3 videos of how we got to this point. I'm gonna have to look into that, how to link something. Anyway, where were we? Okay, it's talking about the green here. We're having a iffy time painting around the green. I mean, you gotta put the green in sometime. And I mean, I got a couple tomato paintings where I did the green absolute first thing before anything, and that worked out pretty good. But for this one, I did not do it that way. I like this red, that looks good. Um, where are we here? This, uh, I'm tempted to continue this line all the way up to here, but it's going to look two-dimensional if we got that same line going all the way up to there. Instead, I think I'm just going to put another little section right here. If you look at the older videos of this painting when it was in the early stages, it really was a lot looser than what we're doing now, but whatever. And here there's a kind of a highlight, which I'd be tempted to put a little blue right there, but you can't do it right now because we got the wet paint here. And do we want something there? I don't know. It's it would be good. Here we got the shadow of this leaf, which is not actually painted in yet. So I'm going to see about doing that shadow just in this red. So it comes here and then comes around. So let's just go like that. And then that could be good. Now I want to get some, this is going to be a warm gray, and I'm just going to make this shadow a little bit more gray. Okay, I don't know, that might translate or it might look horrible later. We'll see. There's a highlight here and another shadow here. I'm going to go lean hard on red for this shadow, this right here. So here goes. Critical juncture. That's a big question mark if that thing is going to look good. Now I'm going to try to pull out that highlight, and it's sort of pulled out. I don't know if this is good, what we got there. I don't really like it so much. I'm going to blot that up. I mean, it's okay, but I don't know. Well, it's not, I would not call that a big success. There's another shadow here. I think I'm going back to my super warm gray, and I'm going to do this shadow, this right here. That looks good, kind of. And, you know, in here is a darker thing. Now let's try to get a more intense green. So for that, I've got this green is called Jade. It's on the deep rich side, and you know, a lot of these greens are more like yellow green, but I'm just gonna try to hit that, and let's see if we can accentuate this slightly. So here, that's an exaggeration. It's a super fine, that tip, but in this instance, we're just exaggerating because we really need this green stuff to pop. Okay, and now I'm going to go up here and get a little curl. Curls are good, and now this we want to get like a yellow green. And then down here, let's see if we can just hit this one here. Another exaggeration. And okay, now I'm going to try to hit the stem. So for the stem, I'm going to take a smaller brush. I got this color called French Ochre. We just want the top of the stem to be French Ochre. It's going to be kind of a shocking different color there. Hopefully that's gonna, all right, I'm gonna just let that dry, and then when it dries, come back in with the yellow green, which should be a bright nice green. I don't know if we're really, let's have a look close here. I don't know if it looks good or bad. I wish it happens often in the course of watercolor painting. Okay, now that we have a lot of wet areas, if we try to paint a red or anything else around there, it's going to start smearing and look silly. So I'm going to take the brush I started with, which is the Urtec number 12 Red Sable Blend. I don't know where that brush came from, but it's one of the larger brushes I have sitting in front of me. I also have, I have a Truckle 14, which that's also big, but this is a big like mop looking brush, so I'm going to use that one. And let's just try to add refinement to the gray areas. I guess we had started with that. I'm going to try to smear this a little bit. We painted that first thing. And what is going to happen when I put that water on there, I don't know. Oh, look at this. We got this red running everywhere, which is not a bad thing, but I'm going to try to make that lighter. So putting just clear water on there and blotting. And if it gets lighter, it could be a lot more subtle, which would be preferable to having this big runny red thing there. And that's getting pretty light, so that's good. And at this stage, I think I'm looking for organization is so important in your art studio. Oh, here we go. This is a Posca. I always thought of it as an enamel pen. I don't know what it really is, but I'm going to try to get a line right here because this is a big popping line right there. So let's see if that's yes, working good. Okay, I just want to get this right here. Okay. So the neat thing about this pen is, you know, I can get a nice hard edge right there, and this accepts paint on top, so that's the neat thing. So I don't know if that helped or not, but I think it helped a little bit. So sort of cleaned up that edge, and actually I don't really like this one little area here. I'm just going to try to get rid of that right there. Okay, much better. Oh, so like now we're going to work on the cloth background. I guess I'm going to jump into this Truckle number 14 here. Somehow looks bigger than the Urtec. So here for this, what we're trying to do is you see all these tones. I mean, they kind of match what we painted, but they're so light and similar. What we want to do is exaggerate these tones to get more form and depth. So I would guess that maybe the first thing to do might be to take a cool gray. So what color is that? So here this is mixing some blue into the gray, and so I'm just gonna try to go right here. So this obviously is an exaggerated color, but the idea is to, when we're done, that there's going to be, a hint of depth. So what we're doing here is supposed to look like it's farther away than anything up here. I don't know if that's going to work yet. We're going to find out after we paint more stuff in. Also, I'm going to go lean into the blue, and I'm gonna try to hit a spot right here. Okay. If you saw my other video, we had a place right there where I was saying, wow, that's great. And here, let's just try to do the thing that is supposed to look like this is a some kind of napkin. And that got sloppy. Okay. Looks crude now, but it's possible that after a little time that this will just, the crudeness will kind of dissipate, and at a glance it won't be that noticeable what is happening here. So I'm just trying to get that look of, so this is kind of a made up thing. If you look at that, the top corner, I mean, it doesn't really look like that, but we're just trying to represent that thing. So now I'm gonna put just straight water right here and then blot it up so it just gets a little bit a little more subtle what is happening here. So I don't know if that's good or not. We'll see later. And now next thing, let's try to go here. So but whatever color we put here, we want it for sure to be in front in front of that color. So I gotta lean into red or something warm. I don't have red here. I got the Primatech hematite thing, which is kind of like a violet, and I'm mixing that with some I think this one's called lunar blue, but whatever, it's kind of like a Payne's gray. And so now I got a pretty nice color there. Let's see if we can pop right here. So we're being bold now, we're not playing. And so plus it's not really the way it's actually looks in the reference, so that's going to be another thing. Once you steer away from the reference, it oftentimes will suddenly look like not so great, but we're gonna find out. And to be bold, you run that risk. So let's see if we can. So there's this diamond there. So soften that edge. Soften this a little bit. And I really don't like this line right here. But nothing much to do about that. Let's see if we can. It's probably gonna look dumb, but I'm gonna try to put like a little white right there. No, it's not working out at all. But we got a good cream color, so let's just run with that, and hopefully we got building up okay, I gotta take a break, and thank you everybody who stopped by.